Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. This is going to be a rather long message about the Cinderella Project, its future, and my own future as well. I hope you'll have the patience to listen to it. I'm going to share my genuine thoughts and feelings that I have experienced throughout the development of this project over time. Anyway, let's get started. First of all, it's now been exactly 4 years and 6 months since I started this project and founded Estudio Anima. Time flies when you're busy or not paying attention. That said, it's not like I spent every single day of those 4 years working on the project. That would have been insane. I took my own vacations from time to time to rest my mind and body and focus on other things. There were also many moments when I simply didn't want to work on it because I lacked motivation, fell down, procrastinated, felt lazy, or just didn't want to continue until I personally felt like it. I still remember how everything began. It all started because of a Geometry Dash level I made using Nagatoru's opening song Easy Love and another one using the Beastar's opening Kaibutsu or Monster. In Easy Love, I did something I never done before in one of my anime levels. I designed it to match the theme and visuals of the opening itself. The level turned out really well and even became somewhat popular both in the game and on my channel, although it was later taken down due to DMCA claim. I re-uploaded the video with modified music and the level is still on my account if you want to play it. Just be prepared for some lag due to the amount of objects. The other level that truly sparked the Cinderella project was Kaibutsu. Unlike Easy Love, I never finished it. I only completed the layout and part of the beginning. What made it different was that I tried to recreate the opening in a way that closely resembled the original animation. That became the real starting point for this project. I don't remember the exact circumstance, but I eventually set Kaibutsu aside and began working on Cinderella shortly afterward. The reason was probably that the Komi anime came out and I fell in love with its opening. I had an overwhelming desire to recreate it in Geometry Dash, and that's how everything truly started. It's also important to remember that at the time I was attending college and that had a huge impact on the project's progress. My studies limited the amount of time I could dedicate to create, so meaningful progress was often slow. Managing the team members I brought together under Estudio Anime also contributed to that time investment. Now that I have talked about the past, let's move on to the present, the future of the project, and my own future. At this point, the project is actually very close to its completion. Even if it doesn't look that way from the outside, people who aren't close to me often assume things like it still has a long way to go, it's dead, or it's never coming out. But the reality couldn't be more different. Yes, it's true that I haven't been very active on my channel or social media, but that doesn't automatically mean something is dead. People often believe whatever suits them best, whether because of hate, because they're being idiots, or because they spend all day online with nothing better to do than sit on the internet instead of touching grass. Regardless of the situation, as the host of the project, keeping it relevant ultimately fell on me. I did my best to keep people interested and make it widely known, but maintaining hype for more than 4 years is incredibly difficult. That applies to just about anything, not only Geometry Dash levels. Eventually hype fades, people move on, and trends disappear, so I can't really blame everyone for assuming the project was dead. Thinking back on it, I was actually fairly consistent with my updates on Twitter, Facebook, livestreams, and social media in general. I almost always answer people's questions. Still, whether someone noticed that depends on whether they follow along. At the end of the day, I'm doing this because I love anime, animation, drawing, comic, and above all, art itself. I got a little sidetracked there, but I want to make that clear. To summarize, yes, the project is nearly finished. What's left are frame-by-frame animations, polishing certain design elements, importing artwork and colors, which is much more complicated than many people, since it's often far more than simple copy and paste work. Building a couple trigger systems with special gameplay functions, and creating some original illustrations. It sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. I can confidently say that the hardest part of the project, the artwork for each scene of the opening, is essentially complete. A few pieces still need adjustments, but the bulk of that work is done. This year and the next will be crucial for the project's development, and yes, I can confirm that it's unlikely the level will be released this year. The main reason is that I'll be busy with an actual job. Now let's talk about the future. Cinderella Proyect is the biggest ambition I ever pursued in terms of effort and dedication. I put it in the same category as graduating from college, working professionally in the field I studied for, or eventually working on an anime after becoming skilled enough at drawing. Those are all the major life goals that require years of hard work, and Cinderella belongs among them. I have invested over 2,000 hours of effort into this project, and I won't give up until it's released in the state I envision. At the same time, I don't want it to drag in forever. It's already been 4 years. We're halfway through 2026 and my goal is to release it sometime in 2027. I have mentioned this before, I have planned a series of videos leading up to release. Preview 1, already released, you can watch it on my channel right now. Preview 2, showcase of completed artwork and animations. Released this year, get excited. Preview 3. This will reveal the entire level and editor except for the special sections. It will be the final preview. Trailer. A professionally edited showcase of the level with music and an official release date. Release day. The complete level with all of its features. The level and the video will go live at the exact same time, so don't miss it. Special live stream. A live broadcast shortly after a release to celebrate and read all your nice comments and reactions. Now that you know the roadmap and have some hype running through your veins, let's talk about me. As everyone knows, nothing lasts forever. That includes my time in Geometry Dash. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I've been playing this game almost since it came out. I have done so much. Play amazing levels and terrible ones, created layouts, finished and unfinished projects, but above all, I met incredible people. Many of my closest online friends came into my life because of GD, and nobody can take that away from me, even if I stop playing. In many ways, that happened because of the Proyecto and Estudio Anima, but none of it would have existed without GD itself. The one thing I absolutely want to accomplish is finishing this level and letting everyone to enjoy it in its entirety. Beyond that, I don't have many reasons to stay. I'm an adult now, with responsibilities and hopefully a bright future ahead of me. There are many other things I want to pursue in life and I won't find them if I stay here forever. So I was started wondering how I could justify stepping away from the game, even though honestly I already have plenty of reasons to do so. Eventually I thought, what if I decide whether to stay or leave based on how the project is received? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Depending on how successful Cinderella is, in terms of popularity, online reach, and especially reception within the game, I'll decide whether I stick around or move on. At this point you might think, so you only care about numbers? I thought you said you did it for the love of art. Liar! It's easy to jump to that conclusion, but my reason isn't that simple. Cinderella is a level, or rather an experience. And what are levels for? They're meant to be played. If nobody plays it, or if it ends up attracting hate or harassment for whatever reason, which honestly doesn't bother me much, then why will I stay? In that scenario, it will probably be healthier for me to move on to the next chapter of my life, just like everyone else eventually does. So yes, the success of Cinderella both inside the game and across the internet will determine whether I stay or leave. The good news is that if the project succeeds, I already have another project planned, and I genuinely believe it will be even better than Cinderella. But that only will happen if Cinderella is successful and I don't decide to walk away. Everyone knows that leaving a game you have devoted so much time of your life isn't easy. That's simply true. And honestly, I won't be quitting GD completely, only partially. I wouldn't create massive projects like Cinderella anymore. Instead, I will probably only participate in collabs if people invite me. Maybe make occasional layouts and upload them to my channel. But that's about it. Completely quitting Geometry Dash feels almost impossible unless something major happens in life, like raising kids during a terrible economy or joining the military. And with that said, this message comes to an end. I hope this cleared up many things that I usually don't talk about publicly. To everyone who genuinely cares about both the project and me, thank you so much for your support despite how much time has passed. Expect some big news very soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitch. Links are in the description. See you next time. Bye bye.